all are requested to settle down. My Lord, Honorable Mr. Justice Guhanathan Narendra Ji, Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Uttarakhand, may I humbly seek the permission of my Lord to begin the program. Thank you, my Lord. The Honorable Chief Guest of the program, Honorable Mr. Justice Guhanathan Narendra Ji, Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Uttarakhand, Honorable Mr. Justice Ravindra Mithani Ji, Judge Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Kumar Verma Ji, Judge Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, Honorable Mr. Justice Rakesh Thapalial Ji, Judge Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand and Chairperson Juvenile Justice Committee of Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Mehra Ji, Judge Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand and Member Juvenile Justice Committee of Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, Honorable Mr. Justice Subhash Upadhyay Ji, Judge Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand and Member Juvenile Justice Committee of Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, respected Director Ujala, Shri Pradeep Pansar, respected Registrar General, Shri Yogesh Kumar Sir, High Court, Registrar General, High Court of Uttarakhand, all the respected district and session judges, all the respected resource person, Secretary WC and officers of WECD department, officers of police department, social welfare department, and all the departments all the respected Registrar of Honorable High Court, respected Member Secretary, UK SLSA and OSD, Uttarakhand SLSA, faculty member of Ujala, all the learned judicial officers, all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all the judicial officers connected online, a very good morning and warm welcome to all in this one-day state consultation on safeguarding the girl child towards a safer and enabling environment for her in India. To empower a girl is to empower humanity. Let's make the world a safer, brighter place for every girl. Now, I humbly request my Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, and all the Honorable Judges to kindly have their seats on the dais. My Lord. बुझते हुए चिरागों को फरोज़ा करेंगे हम, आप आओगे तो जश्न चिरागा करेंगे हम. Light is the source of knowledge and wisdom. Lighting the lamp is a symbolic moment that signifies the dispelling of darkness and igniting of thoughts and enlightenment. Let us make this morning blessed by lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. Now, I humbly request Honorable the Chief Justice and all the Honorable Judges to inaugurate the program by lighting of the lamp. My Lord. I extend my deep gratitude to all the honorable dignitaries for leading this auspicious beginning by lighting of the lamp. Now I humbly request the respected District and Session Judge Udham Singh Nagar, Shri Sikand Kumar Tyagi sir, to welcome Honorable the Chief Justice by presenting a planter. I request the respected Director Ujala, Shri Pradeep Sir, to welcome the Honorable Mr. Justice Ravindra Methani ji by presenting a planter. and a memento. I request the respected District and Session Judge Dehradun, Shri Prem Singh Himal sir, to welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Kumar Verma ji by presenting a planter. I facilitate Lordship by giving a memento. Thank you, sir. Now I request the respected Registrar General, Shri Yogesh Kumar Gupta sir, to welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Kumar Maharaji by presenting a planter and facilitating the Lordship by giving a memento. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Sorry, sir.
Whatever.
Now I request
Some
Honorable, now I request RG sir to give a planter to Honorable Justice Rakesh Thapalial ji. And also to give Lordship a memento. Now I request District and Session Judge Tehri Gadwal, Shri Amit Kumar Sirohi sir, to give a planter to Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Kumar Maharaji by, and also to facilitate your Lordship by giving a memento. Now I request respected Registrar Vigilance, Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, Mr. Subir Kumar sir, to welcome the Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice Subhash Upadhyay ji by giving a planter, also to facilitate your Lordship by giving a memento. Thank you, sir. Before I request your Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice Subhash Upadhyay ji, to give introductory address, I would like to read this couplet. बादल हवा की जद पर बरसकर बिखर गए, मैं अपनी जगह पर चमकता हुआ आफताब हूँ. Now I humbly request Honorable Mr. Justice Subhash Upadhyay ji, Judge High Court of Uttarakhand and Member Juvenile Justice Committee of Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to all of you. On behalf of the Juvenile Justice Committee, High Court of Uttarakhand, it's my immense pleasure to welcome Hon'ble, the Chief Justice, Mr. Guhanathan Narendra, my esteemed brother judges, Registrar General, Director, Uttarakhand Judicial and Legal Academy, officers of the State Judiciary, representative and members of the Department of Women Empowerment and Child Development, respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, learned speakers, and all of you who have joined us today at the state-level consultation on safeguarding the girl child with the objective of creating a safer and enabling environment for her in India. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Today, we have assembled here at the Uttarakhand Judicial and Legal Academy at Bhavali. A few kilometers further uphill is the renowned temple of Golu Devta, known as Nyayaka Devta, that is the god of justice, which reminds us to be guided in our action by the principles of justice and to be fair and just to everyone. One of the leading jurists of the 20th century, Hans Kelsen, in his Pure Theory of Law, postulated that every society has a grand norm or basic norm to which a society subscribes. It is a supreme norm from which all other norms are derived and which cannot be violated or derogated from. In our society, the basic structure of the Constitution and the constitutional values are the grand norm. The principles of justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, and the dignity of an individual, as enshrined in the preamble, are the essence of the Constitution and a part of the grand norm of our society. These are the core values which every Indian must cherish and uphold. In light of the same, today we are gathered here to address a matter of profound importance, the safeguarding of our girl children. These precious lives are not just individuals, but are the very foundation of our future, the strength of our families, and the pillars of our nation. It is our moral, societal, and constitutional duty to ensure every girl child is protected, nurtured, and empowered to reach her full potential. Sadly, despite progress, many girls continue to face discrimination, violence, neglect, and limitations on their fundamental rights, simply because of their gender. The theme of our gathering today, Safeguarding the Girl Child, calls for a collective effort from all stakeholders. We must break the cycle of inequality and injustice, ensuring girls have equal access to health, education, and opportunities to dream, achieve, and lead. Your presence here signifies a shared commitment to this crucial cause. Let this event be a platform for robust discussion, sharing of innovative ideas, and developing actionable plans to create a safer, more inclusive world where every girl can thrive. Let us pledge today to be champions for the girl child, to raise our voices against injustice, and to build a future where every girl is valued, respected, and empowered to shape a brighter tomorrow. Thank you once again for being here, and I look forward to a productive and inspiring session. Thank you.
Thank you, my lord, for your welcoming words. Now, I humbly request Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Kumar, Judge, High Court of Uttarakhand and Member Juvenile Justice Committee of Hon'ble High Court of Uttarakhand, to kindly address the gathering by your lordship valuable words with this couplet. अक्ष एक खुशबू हूँ बिखरने से न रोके कोई, अक्ष एक खुशबू हूँ बिखरने से न रोके कोई, और बिखर जाऊँ तो मुझको न समेटे कोई. लॉर्डशिप.
Honorable Mr. Justice Gohanathan Narenji, Chief Justice of High Court of Uttarakhand, Honorable Justice Ravindra Maithani ji, Honorable Justice Alok Kumar Verma ji, Honorable Justice Rakesh Thapriyal ji, Chairman Juvenile Justice Committee, Mr. Justice Subhash Upadhyay, Member Juvenile Justice Committee, distinguished dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to welcome you all to this gathering on safeguarding the girl child. Here we come together to reflect, deliberate, and discuss the ways to protect, empower, and ensure a safe future for the girl child of our country. India is a land where women, especially girl child, are worshipped as the embodiment of goddess Lakshmi herself. It is therefore a matter of deep concern that despite such cultural respect, young girls in our country continue to face such scaring situations and injustice. This contrast between the values we hold in our traditions and the realities that confront us today compel us to reflect, resolve, and act. The true measure of a society's progress lies in how it treats its vulnerable. In our country, the girl child has often borne the brunt of neglect, discrimination, and violence. These young girls are the very foundation of our families, our communities, and of the future we hope to build. To ensure their protection, it's more than a legal duty, it is the moral responsibility of the society as a whole to ensure safe environment for their growth and secure future. Our Constitution guarantees the fundamental right to equality to all and prohibits discrimination on basis of gender. It also guarantees the right to life and personal liberty as per Article 21, which our courts have interpreted to include dignity, education, and protection from exploitation. Furthermore, the directive principles of state policy aim to bridge the gender gap and ensure that children are not abused or exploited and that they have opportunities to grow in conditions of freedom and dignity. Yet, the harsh reality remains that the girl child often faces discrimination even before her birth. Female feticides, infanticides, neglect, abuse, and early marriage continue to rob them of a safe and secure childhood. It is distressing that the very place meant to safeguard them, like their home or school, fail them, exposing them to physical, emotional, and psychological harm. Over the year, important legislations have established a strong protective framework for the girl child in our country. Laws such as the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, the Juvenile Justice Act, the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, and the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act reflect our nation's commitment to ensure the development of young girls and safeguard their rights. Yet, these laws can achieve their true prospects only when implemented with sincerity, awareness, societal support, and mechanism that allow accessible justice delivery to the victims without fear or delay. The judiciary has been instrumental in interpreting and strengthening these protections. The Honorable Supreme Court in Unnikushnan versus State of Andhra Pradesh affirmed right to education to be an essential part of the right to life under Article 21. In Vishaljeet versus Union of India, the Honorable Apex Court issued directions to eradicate child prostitution and settling of rehabilitation homes for the victims to protect young girls from sexual crimes. In Bachpan Bachao Andolan versus Union of India, the Honorable Apex Court addressed the issue of child trafficking, the reasons why children become vulnerable, and the laws and policies in place to protect them. It emphasized the importance of national plans, policies, and child protection mechanism in preventing trafficking and safeguarding every child's right. In Independent Thought versus Union of India, the Honorable Supreme Court held that sexual intercourse with a minor wife would amount to rape, thus striking decisively at the root of child marriage and exploitation of minor girls who are married off at a very young age. The offense of sexual harassment and molestation have been given a wide interpretations under the POCSO Act in order to cover instances which include no skin-to-skin contact or indirect contact with the child, as held in the case of Attorney General of India versus Satish. The law on sexual offenses and offenses against children is dynamic and is within the power of the courts to interpret the law in order to prevent harm while safeguarding a child's dignity and autonomy and to ensure the remedy. Programs by the government like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao and Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana reflect our constitutional commitment to protect and empower the girl child. The state of Uttarakhand, like many parts of the country, has witnessed rising crime against women and children. Reports of sexual harassments in schools and sports settings, child marriages in remote areas, and violent crimes against minors highlight the urgent need for stronger intervention and public policies. Disturbing, many of these offenses are committed by people in positions of trust, such as teachers, relatives, or guardians, which deepens the trauma of the survivors. Instances of harassment and abuse, whether physical or mental, by persons in position of trust or fiduciary responsibility, leave a long-lasting effect on these young minds. A home, which should be the safest place for a child, must never become a place of fear or suffering. Victims who are wronged by their close ones are often shamed and face social suppression and isolation, which not only affects their mental health but also hinders access to learning and personal development. It is saddening to see the rise of cases of harassment by teachers of their students. Teachers or gurus are seen as motivators and inspirations by their students. Such instances shatter the child from within and also disrupts the course of their future. As a result, many families and at times the girl herself are compelled to withdraw from education. Human trafficking is also a grave concern, particularly in border districts of Uttarakhand like Champawat, Haridwar, Udham Singh Nagar, Pithoragarh, and parts of Dehradun. Children, especially young girls, are vulnerable due to poverty, lack of education, migration, and porous borders are easy targets for traffickers. In Prajiwala versus Union of India, the Honorable Supreme Court highlighted the importance of preventive vigilance, timely rescue, and comprehensive rehabilitation for victims. It becomes necessary to run awareness programs in vulnerable communities to recognize and resist these dangers. The threats to the girl child have now expanded with easy access to the digital world. Social media, messaging platforms, and online contents are often misused to harass, exploit, or manipulate young girls. Cyberbullying, unsocialite messages and scams, exposure to inappropriate contents, and now artificial intelligence are being used to intimidate or threaten minors, which often leaves them helpless due to lack of awareness about remedies. To cater this end and ensure justice at every door, it is important to spread awareness and educate about the due process and remedies. It is also crucial to create a shift from the victim-blaming mindset. Too often, fear of social stigma leads families and societies to silence her, denying protection, support, and justice. Since a large part of our state is rural, it becomes very more important to sensitize communities about offenses against the girl child and to make proactive measures to prevent them. Awareness at the family and community level is crucial to ensure that girls grow up in a safe, supportive, and enabling environment. It is also essential to foster the understanding among our people that girls are not merely an extra pair of hands for household chores. Their hands are meant to hold pencils and books, and they must be encouraged to pursue education, even in the challenging terrains of our state. Promoting literacy and education for girls is essential to empower them. The mechanism to seek remedy and justice must ensure sensitivity and be victim-centric. The girl child or any minor should never feel re-victimized by the very institutions meant to protect them. From police stations to hospitals to courts, procedures should ensure privacy, dignity, and cooperation. A comprehensive support system is essential, including access to psychological counseling, rehabilitation programs, legal aid, social support services, and medical and forensic examinations, ensuring privacy and sensitivity to help the child recover and regenerate into society. When we safeguard a girl child from violence and discrimination, we give them the freedom to smile without fear, and that smile in turn becomes the strength of the family, the harmony of the community, and the hope of our nation. I sincerely hope that today's seminar will offer us a valuable opportunity to reflect, deliberate, and engage in meaningful discussions on the effective strategies to safeguard the girl child. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Uttarakhand.
Thank you, my lord, for your humble and motivational word for nurturing and caring the girl child. Now, I humbly request to Honorable Mr. Justice Rakesh Thapliyal Ji, Judge, High Court of Uttarakhand and Chairperson, Juvenile Justice Committee of Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, to address the gathering with your lordship kind and enlightening words with this couplet. यही अंदाज है मेरा समंदर फतह करने का, मेरी कागज़ की कश्ती में कई जगनू भी होते हैं. My lord.
Honorable the Chief Justice, esteemed brother judges, respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, and dear participants, it is a deep honor and a profound sense of responsibility that I address this august assembly today as we gather to deliberate on an issue that stands at the very heart of our national concern, safeguarding the girl child and forging a future where every girl in India can grow and flourish in safety, dignity, and hope. The girl child is not only a mirror of society's value, but also the keystone to India's future. While our nation has made remarkable strides in sectors like education, technology, and governance, troubling realities persist. Our daughters still encounter violence and within their homes, exploitation in their communities, the omnipresent threat of trafficking, the injustice of child marriage, and the emerging perils of online abuse. These are not mere statistics. These are experiences encountered that wound the nation's spirit and jeopardize our collective dreams. As Swami Vivekananda profoundly said, there is no chance for the welfare of the world unless the condition of women is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly on only one wing. This truth reminds us that the progress of our entire nation is linked to the empowerment and protection of our girls and women. When we reflect on these challenges within the context of Uttarakhand, the unique topography adds layers of complexity. Uttarakhand, blessed with majestic Himalayas, dense forests, and rugged terrains, poses both opportunities and challenges in safeguarding the girl child. While the natural beauty and rich cultural heritage of this region are unmatched, and harsh terrain often limits easy access to education, healthcare, and social welfare services, particularly in remote hill and tribal areas. Harsh weather conditions and infrastructure gaps defer requisite interventions in cases of violence or exploitation. Moreover, migration patterns influenced by these geographical realities sometimes leave girls more vulnerable to exploitation and neglect. Addressing child protection in Uttarakhand thus necessitates tailored, innovative approaches that acknowledge and overcome these geographical and infrastructural constraints while harnessing the strength of local communities. It is heartening that India's legal framework stands strong. The Juvenile Justice Act, the POCSO Act, the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, the Child Labor Act, and the NTP Act together try to provide a powerful shield for our children. Yet laws come to life only through compassionate and timely implementation. True protection demands not just enforcement, but child-focused sensitivity at every level. The judiciary and allied institutions have a pivotal role. We are not only interpreters of law, but guardians of the vulnerable. Courts have repeatedly stressed that safeguarding the child is a constitutional duty, not charity. But legal enforcement alone is not enough. Safeguarding the girl child, requires a united effort from the judiciary, law enforcement, educators, health professionals, social workers, and especially families and communities. Awareness must spread to every home. Schools must become safe havens, and society must work together to break down harmful norms that fuel discrimination and violence. Today's session offers us a chance to reflect on progress made through increasing awareness, convictions, and institutional responses. Yet challenges still remain. Delay in reporting, insufficient rehabilitation, the silence around gender violence, and the barrier to access and justice for girls that are subject to vulnerabilities and are the stark realities that we must confront. More importantly, this is a moment to renew our commitment to innovate in survivors-centric rehabilitation, strengthen community engagement, and bring government schemes together effectively. Every small step builds toward great change. Let the conference be more than discussion. Let it be a promise that every girl will grow free from fear and full of opportunity. As the Honorable Supreme Court has declared the right to dignity and safety of every child is non-negotiable, let these words guide us in every action. And Lao Tzu wisely said, do the difficult things while they are easy, and do the great things while they are small. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. May this inspire us to take bold but steady steps today toward an India where every girl can thrive without fear. Together, let us be the change makers who turn hope into reality and create a future that celebrates the limitless potential of every girl, be it in the bustling cities or the hills of Uttarakhand. Thank you very much. Now I also invite Justice Maithani, the former chairman of the committee, to give some few words. Thank you.
Good morning to all. Honorable Chief Justice, my esteemed brother judges, officers from government, Mr. Secretary, Department of Women Empowerment and Social Child Development, all the respected guest speakers. It's really Dr. Khanna, judicial officers, police officers, all the guests, ladies and gentlemen. With your permission, Chief, can I switch to Hindi also? Yeah. आज मेरा बोलने का कोई क्रम था नहीं, मुझे आदेश हुआ तो मैं यहाँ पर उपस्थित हूँ। ये तीसरी कंसल्टेशन मीट है हमारी स्टेट में। पहले 2 कंसल्टेशन मीट में मेरी सक्रिय भागीदारी थी, अलग अलग विषयों पे थे, जुवेनाइल जस्टिस बोर्ड के तत्वावधान में जो हमने किए थे। आज जब मैं बैठा, जब मैं सुन रहा था, सबसे पहले तो हम लोगों को ये देख के वैसे मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि हम जिस विषय पर चिंतन कर रहे हैं उसके सूत्रधार सब यहाँ पर उपस्थित है। पुलिस, जुडिशियल ऑफिसर्स, सोशल वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट, उसके अलावा किसी को चाहिए क्या? सोशल वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट जहाँ पर कमी हो समाज में ही पूरी कर दे, कहीं कुछ गलत हो पुलिस पकड़ ले या एप्रीहेंड करे, और किसी को ठीक करना हो तो जुडिशरी, सब तो है हमारे पास। फिर चिंतन क्यों? और बहुत बड़ी बात यह है 1947 के बाद आज भी हम उस आधी आबादी के बारे में चिंतन करने के विषय पर चिंतन कर रहे हैं। ये बड़ा चिंतन का विषय है। हो क्या गया हम लोगों को? हालांकि थोड़ा सिचुएशन अलार्मिंग हो गई है। अब पुरुषों को लगने लगा है कि महिलाओं का अस्तित्व क्या है। शादी के लिए कहते हैं कि सेक्स रेशियो दिक्कत हो गया। बाध्यताएं वहां भी है। सबसे पहले तो यही कि इस डेलिब्रेशन से पहले वी मस्ट इंट्रोस्पेक्ट व्हाई वी हैव चोजन दिस सब्जेक्ट आफ्टर डिस्पाइट so many years of our independence. What is it? What are the faults? Where are the gaps? I still remember when PCA and PNDT Act was enacted. There was a writ petition that was filed for its enforcement. And then what is its mechanism? How far have we gone? When we speak of violence against child, it begins from prior to the birth. The womb, that becomes a dangerous place once he is detected at CSC. And once birth is given, what are our social aspects? How do we treat a girl child? As I said, the trend is changing, but still a lot is required to be done. A girl child has to go to purchase, not a girl child, even a girl of 16 years, she has to go to purchase some articles, some merchandise from a shop. So the parents should say, छोटे भाई को साथ ले जाओ, वो 5 साल का, so he is holding the finger of his 16 years old sister, but still the family sees, now she is safe. What is this mindset? Why is this mindset? Why don't we read it from social perspective? कानून अपना काम करेगा, सोशल वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट अपना काम करेगा। मेरा ये मानना है कि सेंसिटाइजेशन और अवेयरनेस और एजुकेशन, ये 3 तो कोर है हर लेवल पे। I don't know whether teachers have been invited, people from education department have been invited here or not. A great role to play, sir. You all have a great role to play. Not making any discrimination. So there are the topics which quickly I'll just canvass and then stop. When we say curbing violence against girl child, as I said, the violence is from the fetus. The PC, PNDT Act, at least our judicial officers and police would get the data. How far have we been able to achieve those convictions? In fact, how far have been we able to detect those cases? Have we called the people from medical department also? Medical department. So, very important, the role, the whole mechanism of those PC and PNDT Act, is it working? The core of PC and PNDT Act is maintenance of record only, and then tracking those women who's with child in the womb. Have we been able to do that? Are we holding those meetings on periodical level at the state and district level? Or it's a part-time just to a meeting like any other meeting? How have we made passionate those officers in the mechanism process, sensitive of the issue? So these are the issue to be, some data. If I request those from the medical department, if they have some opportunity to speak or otherwise during their indulgence, they could speak those facts on PC and PNDT. What are the mechanisms? How many cases have you detected? How many cases have you proceeded? How many cases reached to the court and what happened there? And if no conviction has been obtained, why? Where are the loopholes? Have we done any study? If not, I'm afraid it's a formality we are doing. We are planning to fail the system to make the PC and PNDT Act very effective. There have been multiple studies on that. And then a child is born, the neglect. As I said, the trend is changing. We don't say that we are still in that past, but still, neglect of a girl child, dropout rates, those education department people could understand, basic schools. What is the dropout ratio of the male and female? It means girl child and boy child. And why is it? If the girl child is increasing, why? क्या घर पे काम करने के लिए उसको स्कूल छुड़वा दिया जाता है? क्या गरीबी से छुड़वा दिया जाता है? और अगर गरीबी है तो दोनों की गरीबी किसकी है? सेक्स रेशियो में मेल और फीमेल में किसकी गरीबी ज़्यादा है? और अगर ऐसा इशू, if the school authority finds that a girl child has been dropped from the school and they just try to identify those issues discreetly, and if they find that it is due to economic, it's poverty. Poverty is the biggest curse for mankind, I tell you. All the evils, all these, I won't say evils, all these things, most of the things is spring from there, be it environment or be this dropout of the child also. So if we find it to be approached to the social welfare department, help him. Or There may be cases of violence in the school as well. Maybe there may be cases of violence at home, domestic violence, means not domestic, sexual assault at home. The child might stop going to school, or it's the other way around also. In fact, recently I've been dealing a case. A girl child did stop going to school, and then subsequently it was revealed that some sexual assault was done. It was revealed long after. So why I'm indicating these issues? This is the role of the stakeholder, duty holders in fact. I really don't like the word stakeholder. It's a duty holder we are. So the teachers in the school, are they really responsive to the needs and the changing demand of the society? A girl child has stopped coming. 10 girl childs have stopped coming to school this year. Why? We don't say that you conduct a full-fledged inquiry, but just to ask the teachers, parents, small visit, perhaps could improve the situation. So these are some small issues. Then child marriage, child labor, denial of education, as I said. Dowry. Then honor killing. We have very celebrated speakers today. In fact, I would be happy to stay in those sessions when we discuss present scenario, challenge and right approach towards curbing challenge. Dr. Ali, Dr. Bharati and Sangeeta Gaur and Kushum Kandpal would be addressing. What are data? What is the scene? It's really shocking the consensus at times. We read most conventions and human rights, and we have CEDA also for workplace also, that everyone has a choice, freedom of choice to select one's own spouse. But is it happening? Is it happening everywhere? And if not, what can we do? Then we have the second session. It's the role of judiciary and enforcement agencies. Are we really honoring a girl child when she comes in the legal framework? Right from reporting. How are we treating? We have juvenile police units. Does it really meet the objective for which it is created? Or simply a tag is labeled? Some police personnel from Thana, one room to other room, or it's really working? Have we the skilled staff? Have we trained them in the child psychology? What a child needs? How to question a girl child? If a girl child is subjected to some sexual assault, could she speak frankly what had happened to her? Are we adding to her injury? Are we trained for it? If not, perhaps we are making further assault on her. A statement after a statement. A will ask, B will ask, C will ask. I don't know how many of you have seen this movie, Bhavari Devi, a Rajasthan case. Nandita Das she has played the role of Bhavari Das. So there is a very shocking scene in that movie. When she reached to the police station to lodge the report, what was she asked? Did you enjoy the act? The lady police constable asked it. You have seen multiple people, you must have enjoyed it, have you? What is it? These are very short hits, but it goes to it affects the conscience of those who are in the legal enforcement. Are we passionate to it? Are we really responsive to the society? Do we think that this child I am somewhere related to it? Do I keep something like this? Do I feel for her? So this is we have, my brother Justice Thapliyal rightly and Justice Alok and all, we have a legal framework, very tough legal framework, aligning with the international covenants and treaties and conventions. But are we enforcing? Recording of statement in POCSO, the atmosphere, courtroom atmosphere, are we terrifying her? So each state from the moment, as I said, the moment a child, and particularly we are talking about the girl child, she comes into the system, are we trying to secure her privacy and dignity right from the inception? Or think of the situation, the society we are living in. A case is not reported, but she is going to the juvenile police unit, then policeman visiting her. Now the neighbor will sit, what had happened to the girl? Is she becoming a topic of gossip in the town and in the neighborhood? If it is we are not able to protect her dignity and privacy. Social welfare department at the bottom and the juvenile police unit at the other hand, and then the courts. Are we prioritizing those cases where a girl child is to come to depose her agony? Have we prioritized that case that yes, we will take it at 2 p.m. and we will instruct the prosecutor that take that girls in their vulnerable witness room or some other rooms, so that the moment she comes, we give her a congenial atmosphere, honoring her dignity and privacy, and record her statement and send her back? Or are we sending her back once, twice, and thrice mere on adjournments at a drop of the hat on one ground or other? These are the issues to be addressed, not the big jargons which we have seen. It's our duty. Why we don't record her statement within 30 days when the charge sheet is filed? Why she has to come multiple times if she has to come? I hope and trust that she is not coming. But if she is coming, what are we doing? So these are with regard to legal framework. Then we have another third session is effective prevention response efforts with regard to child marriage and violence against, including community approaches. Now, the case was referred, Brother Alok has referred the case of independent thought was that case. The child is child, was married or not married. Despite legal framework, there are child marriages which are happening. Now it has a social aspect. I don't know how far would social welfare department look into it. It's a girl child of 17 years, 11 months and 8 days is married. I repeat, 17 years, 11 days, or let us 28 days is married. See, just 3 days of 18 years. And somebody lodges a report of POXO, say. Third day, she is wet. See, this is a why devil marries. On 18, completing 18, she says, no, I am agreeable to marriage. I rectified. It's a valid marriage. Are you punishing that also? There are multiple judgments when the courts have taken a very lenient view that what's happening. Are we convicting the male boy? There are multiple issues. And those all agile minds are in this hall who are dealing with those issues. As I said, social, educational, legal, and together we can make a difference. But the only thing is, if we are sensitive to the issue, I hope and trust the deliberation in this conference would further ignite our passion towards our duty, towards our responsibility, towards the role which has been assigned to us under the great Constitution of India, and will be a responsible citizen as well as a judge, a police officer, a teacher, or whosoever, whatever role, whatever name you may call it. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, my lord, for your inspiring words. Your encouragement and support means a lot to us. This is a historical moment for Ujala that today General Rule Criminal is ready to release. Before the release of the General Rule Criminal, I am honored to say that for the smooth functioning of the criminal courts, General Rule Criminal 1977 were originally framed by the Honorable High Court of Judicature at Allahabad in exercise of power confirmed under Article 227 of the Constitution. Since the creation of the state of Uttarakhand, these rules were extended to the state, and since then have undergone several amendments and were not compiled. The lack of consolidated Uttarakhand-specific compilation posed challenges to the judicial officers and court staff in tracing in the applicable provisions. That is why Honorable High Court has directed the Academy to compile up and publish the General Rule Criminal 1977 to have updated rules at hand. Therefore, these rules have been compiled up and published by the Academy to provide judicial officers, court staff, and other stakeholders authentic, reliable, and accessible reference for effective and smooth functioning of the criminal courts. On the direction of Honorable the Chief Justice and under the able guidance of Honorable the Judge in Charge Education, Ujala, Honorable Mr. Justice Ravindra Methani, and with the kind support of all the Honorable Judges of Honorable High Court, these General Rule Criminals are now ready. Now I request respected Director Sir, Shri Pradeep Pant Ji, to come on dais for assisting in releasing of the General Rule Criminal book. May I humbly request Honorable the Chief Justice and all the Honorable Judges to release the book General Rule Criminal. Thank you, my Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, and all the honorable judges for releasing the gender role criminal book. I'm also honored to say that under the able guidance of Honorable the Chief Justice and with the kind support of all the honorable judges and Honorable Juvenile Justice Committee, a leaflet on POCSO Act has also been prepared by the Honorable Court Registry for guidance of POCSO judges and all the stakeholders related to POCSO matters. So I again humbly request Honorable the Chief Justice and all the honorable judges to release the book, to release the leaflet on POCSO Act, and I invite Shri Vikramji, Secretary Juvenile Justice Committee, Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, to assist in releasing the leaflet on POCSO Act. Thank you, my Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, and all the honorable judges for releasing the leaflet on POCSO Act. Indeed, it is a great moment for all of us that our Chief Guest, Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, is with us today. Before I request my Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, to address the gathering, I would like to read this Urdu couplet in the honor of my Lord. जब उनकी नवाजिश होती है ये मोज़्ज़त तब हो जाता है, अल्फाज महकने लगते हैं, कागज़ भी अदब हो जाता है. With these words, Lordship, Lordship, I'm just trying. When your Lordship permits, then miracle happens, and words blows, and paper smells. I just tried, my Lord, to translate into English.
So it becomes immense joy when it
Lordship. With these words, I feel honored and privileged to most humbly request our Chief Guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Guhanathan Narendraji, the Chief Justice, Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, to grace this occasion by His Lordship's words of wisdom. My Lord.
My esteemed brother, Justice Ravindra Mehtani, Judge in Charge Ujala, Justice Alok Kumar Verma, Senior Judge, Justice Rakesh Tapliyal, Chairperson, Juvenile Justice Committee, High Court of Uttarakhand, Justice Alok Mahara, and Justice Subhash Upadhyay, members of the Juvenile Justice Committee. Mr. Pradeep Pant, Director Ujala, Mr. Yogesh Kumar Gupta, the Registrar General, High Court of Uttarakhand, Mr. Pradeep Mani, Member Secretary, SLSA, Ms. Ridhim Agarwal, Inspector General, Command Zone, Dr. Geeta Khanna, Chairperson, State Commission for Protection of Children's Rights, Ms. Kusum Kandwal, Chairperson, State Women's Commission, Dr. Manju Daundyal, Consultant, Women Empowerment and Child Development, Dr. Chandresh Yadav, Secretary, Women Empowerment and Child Development, officers of the State Judiciary present here today, members of the bar, representatives of various organizations for child rights, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. Juvenile Justice Committee It was one of the first committees on the administrative side I was made a member of in my first year of judgeship. And I was the chairperson of the Juvenile Justice Committee of the Andhra Pradesh High Court. And after the formation of the state of Andhra Pradesh, division of the Andhra Pradesh state in 2019, the first state level conference of the stakeholders was organized by me in 2024. I have been very passionate about child rights, and as a member of the Juvenile Justice Committee, I was fortunate to tour observation homes, children homes, open shelters in almost 13 districts of Karnataka. And the transformation after my visit was in the welfare of the children. This is in answer to what my brother was asking. He was posing a query. We have police, we have law, we have workers, but how many of us are working in the field, on the ground? If you want results, we have to hit the streets, we have to work the streets. Only then we can ensure a change. I stand here today with a deep sense of responsibility and purpose. The theme of our consultation, safeguarding the girl child towards a safer and enabling environment in India, is not just a subject for dialogue, but a call for collective action. The strength of a society is measured not by the power it displays, but by the protection and opportunities it provides to its most vulnerable members. In our country, the girl child has often faced discrimination, neglect, and violence, barriers that deny her not only safety, but also her dignity, education, and the chance to realize her full potential, and thereby, many a time, the constitutional mandate, equality of opportunity, stands denied. It is not only our moral and constitutional duty, but the duty of every member of the civil society to change this reality. The protection of the girl child is not a matter of charity, it's a matter of constitutional duty and legal entitlement. Our nation's founding charter places upon us the obligation to uphold dignity, equality, and freedom for every child. The Constitution of India, in its wisdom, enshrines the principles of equality, dignity, and non-discrimination. Article 14 guarantees equality before the law. Article 15 prohibits discrimination on the grounds of sex and empowers the state to make special provisions for women and children. Article 21 assures every individual the right to life and personal liberty. And the same has been extensively interpreted by the constitutional courts and the Hon'ble Supreme Court to include the right to live with dignity, the right to education, to health, and to protection from exploitation. These are not abstract promises, they are enforceable rights. As custodians of the Constitution, we are duty-bound to ensure that these rights are not merely inscribed on paper, but are lived in practice. The establishment of special courts under the POCSO, Child Welfare Committee, and under the Juvenile Justice Act, and the State Commissions for Protection of Child Rights reflects the commitment of a justice system and the governance framework. However, these institutions must not remain on paper. They must be functional, accessible, and sensitized to the needs of the girl child. Safeguarding the girl child requires a holistic approach. Law is only one pillar. We must also build strong foundations of awareness, education, healthcare, and social change. It requires convergence of all stakeholders. We need, one, effective policing to ensure prompt and sensitive handling of complaints, speedy trials in cases of abuse with victim-friendly procedures, community awareness to combat stereotyping and discriminatory practices, educational empowerment, because education is the most powerful tool and safeguard against exploitation, monitoring mechanisms to ensure laws are not only enacted but effectively enforced. As the head of the judicial family in the state of Uttarakhand, I firmly believe the role of the judiciary is not only adjudicatory but also transformative. We must continue to interpret laws in a manner that expands freedom and secures dignity for the girl child. When a girl child is safe in her home, when she is nurtured in a school, when she can walk fearlessly in a village, town or city, only then can we say that India has truly become a land of justice. We cannot ignore the challenges: child marriage, trafficking, gender-based violence, and the silencing of dreams due to societal pressures. Neither can we ignore the hopes, the countless girls who, given a chance, have excelled in academics, science, arts, sports, and leadership. Their success stories reminds us that when a girl child rises, the entire nation rises with her. Today's consultation is not the end, but the beginning of a renewed commitment. The judiciary, the government agencies, law enforcement agencies, NGOs, community leaders, and educators all must come together in a spirit of partnership. Together we must strengthen the laws, ensure swift justice, build safe infrastructures, empower families with awareness, and most importantly, change mindsets. Let us remember that the safety of a girl child is not merely a women's issue. It is a societal imperative, a human imperative, as everyone born was given by a mother. Without a woman, there would be no life on earth. It concerns each one of us. If we want an India that is progressive, peaceful, and prosperous, then the protection and empowerment of the girl child must be at the heart of our policies and practices. When we safeguard the girl child, we safeguard the nation's future. The constitutional promise of justice, social, economic, and political, can only be fulfilled when every girl child in India is free from fear, secure in her rights, and empowered to dream and achieve. While closing, I am reminded of the words often attributed to the Mahatma. The true members of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members. At this juncture, I would like to say a quote, a revolutionary Tamil poet, Sri Subramanya Bharati, about women's empowerment and emancipation. He wrote a poem. Yarukkum manjom, we fear no one. Edarkkum manjom, we fear nothing. Yengum manjom, we fear no place. Eppodum manjom, we know no fear. This is what he believed should be the lesson given and taught to girl children. I thank you all, and I urge each one present here to carry forward this mission, not just as an official responsibility, but as a personal pledge. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, my Lord, for your kind words. Your inspiring words have been like guiding lights, reminding us of the true essence of this occasion. Your Lordship's presence has added grandeur to today's consultation. We are highly obliged and much thankful to your Lordship. Now, I request respected Registrar General, Mr. Yogesh Kumar Gupta, sir, to propose the vote of thanks.
Very good morning to all of you present here. On behalf of Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks at this inaugural session of the state level stakeholders consultation on safeguarding the girl child towards a safer and enabling environment for her in India, reflection on progress, challenges, opportunities, and way forward. First and foremost, I extend my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Gohanathan Narendra, the Chief Justice, High Court of Uttarakhand at Nainital, for graciously accepting our invitation and delivering such a thought-provoking inaugural address. Your Lordship's words have truly set the direction for the deliberations that will follow during this consultation. I also wish to thank all the Honorable Judges of High Court of Uttarakhand present here, Honorable Mr. Justice Ravindra Methani ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Kumar Verma ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Rakesh Thapalial ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Maharaj ji, and Honorable Mr. Justice Subhash Upadhyay ji for their gracious presence and inspiring words. Your encouragement will go a long way in motivating us to pursue excellence in this field. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our distinguished speakers and session chairs who will be leading us through the technical sessions ahead. We eagerly look forward to the wealth of knowledge and experience they will share. I acknowledge the tireless efforts of the Juvenile Justice Committee, Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, its chairman, Honorable Mr. Justice Rakesh Thapalial, its members, Honorable Mr. Justice Alok Mahra, Honorable Mr. Justice Subhash Upadhyay, and the organizers of this consultation, Directorate of Women Welfare, Department of Women Empowerment and Child Development, Government of Uttarakhand, its Secretary, Sri Chandresh ji, their officers, their staff members, who have worked with great dedication to make this consultation a reality. I also thanks to all the registrars of Registry of Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, our staff members who has contributed a lot of time to make this consultation a successful event. I also thanks respected director, faculty and staff members of Uttarakhand Judicial and Legal Academy who has contributed a lot by extending their active involvement in all the arrangements for making this consultation smooth and flawless. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the entire police department for their dedicated efforts in organizing and managing traffic so efficiently, which has ensured smooth movement for this consultation. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants and delegates of State Judiciary Uttarakhand, State Legal Service Authority, Department of Women Empowerment and Child Development, Education Department, Health Department, Police Department, Social Welfare Department, Child Welfare Committee, Panchayati Raj Department, Government Women Welfare and Rehabilitation Center for joining today's consultation. Your presence and engagement are what make this event meaningful and successful. With these words, I once again extend gratitude to everyone who contributed for the success of this consultation. We now look forward for fruitful discussions and collaborations in today's consultation. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, respected sir. Now I request all the honorable dignitaries and guests to please rise for the national anthem.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जन
Now I humbly seek the permission of Honorable the Chief Justice to close the inaugural session. Thank you, my lord. I request all the dignitaries and distinguished guests to proceed for group photograph outside the auditorium. After the group photograph, there is an arrangement for tea and refreshment. The tea will be served to all the honorable judges and guest speaker in the judges' lodge. Other respected guests are requested to proceed for tea at the reception hall of the auditorium. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.